I'm coming to you live and in fact, no, what the hell? I'm not coming to you live. This is not live. What am I talking about? This is far from live. I'm in Guangzhou, as they call it locally, China. Pretty crazy place, this China thing. Where do I start? Where do I start? Like, first of all, I don't want to apologize because there's got nothing to apologize for, but I would just like to say one thing. And that one thing is that I haven't been able to post or maintain my relentless approach to posting on social media like I have been doing since the start of my social media career. And you guys have been supporting me. So much respect and love for that. And if you want to keep supporting me, please subscribe right now, comment down below, do all the nice stuff that you guys can do for free. Helps me out a lot. Now, I haven't been posting for the past 4 or 5 days since I entered mainland China. I flew into Hong Kong. Now, this is very new for me. As someone who is as well traveled as I am and knows a little bit about the world in other countries, in other cultures and stuff like that, even this one caught me off guard in a good way. Some bad things, but not actually bad things. There's just so much to unpack. Right, let me start with what I did. So, flew in from Bangkok. Let me just get some water first of all. I just had some chocolate, which I was given by somebody, and it's kind of stuck to the inside of my mouth. So, the thing I was going to say is this. I flew in to Hong Kong from Thailand, Bangkok. Flew into Hong Kong. Great. It is what it is, what you expect. Crazy, skyscrapers, this, that, whatever. I was there for 1 or 2 nights, very busy, and I thought it's okay. Sorry, I was only there for 2 nights, 2 nights, but very quick because we got there the first night. And when you land at night, when I say night, I landed at like 4 a.m. We got to the hotel, so when you check in at 6 a.m. in the morning into a hotel, hardly call it a night, but it is what it is. So that was the first day. Second day, stayed there full day. Plenty of walking up and down Hong Kong, seeing where we are, checking the place out, seeing what's what, and then we got on a train to go into the mainland of China, which is Shenzhen. You drive. What do you call it if you're on a train and you arrive somewhere? Yeah, you arrive. You arrive on a train to Shenzhen, China. And it's literally an airport. It's like landing into an airport on any country, but very strict. Cameras everywhere. I'm talking, I have never seen that much CCTV at any border, at any airport, anywhere in the world. Now, granted, I probably haven't been to many countries, but coming onto 40 countries is probably more countries than many of you have been. So yes, almost 40 countries and counting. More cameras than I've ever seen per square, whatever you want to call it, acre, let's say. Anyway. That's the first thing. Now, they were very kind, they were not rude, they were very well mannered. And as I got to the check-in, I was greeted with, hey, muscle man, you train, you go to the gym, you know, the whole thing that you get. And that day was very hot. And it has been crazy hot every single day since I've been in China and when I was in Hong Kong. And when I'm hot, I wear a vest. I don't really normally wear a vest, but this particular day I was wearing a vest, and you're going through and you've got a bag on, veins are popping, and I'm quite a veiny guy in that sense. And they looked at my passport, and the guy said to me, where do you live? Now, it's a funny question to ask me. I have a house in the UK. I have an apartment in Pakistan. I also have an apartment in Thailand. Not that I own, before anyone says anything, the Thailand one I don't own, but I rent. I spend a lot of time in Thailand. In the past 6 months, I've spent more time out of the UK than I have in the UK. So if somebody asks me technically where I live, of course, I'm from the UK, I'm going to say UK. So I said I'm from the UK. He opened up the visa application and said, this was done in Bangkok. I went, yeah, in Thailand. He said, why are you in Thailand so long? I went, because I live there. I work online and I'm in Thailand. But you just said you live in the UK. I was like, it's a funny thing to ask me. Do I explain to this guy that I'm in Thailand because I wanted to be close to China because I was coming here for business and that's why I was there? And I don't like the UK as much. I don't like spending too much time there to try and stay out as much as possible. You know, I'm not going to speak like this to the border, the border guy, man. I'm just going to say to the dude, yo, I live here and I holiday in Thailand. Very, very simple. So because of this, and let me just show you one thing as well. You know what? I have to show you this. Just bear with me one moment. Right, this is the thing, yeah. Here's probably the other thing as well. I am a British citizen, born and bred in the UK. This is my dead ass passport, which I've had a very long time. This is my dead ass passport, right? I don't know where that's from. I don't know where that's from. This is the back of my passport from all the times I was flying around in the sea era of things. Don't know why they just stick things, and it's all sticky, it's all gloopy. There's sticky stuff on the front of it, just from stickers, nothing else, before anyone thinks anything else. And allow me to, this is the first time I'm going to do this. I don't know how I can do it. Yeah, I'm sure I can do it. So this is my page, obviously the face page, and I don't know if I'm allowed to show that one. I don't know. Anyway, right. So okay, so here we go. So there's obviously just the instructional page or whatever the hell that is on the passport, and then this is how my passport looks. Page 1. Pretty crazy, eh? Got all sorts. New York, Miami, UAE, Pakistan. Where else is this? Turkey. This is all on page 1. Anyway, right? Then you come to page 2. Same again. And this was a visa application for Pakistan. Crazy, I know. Had to get a visa application when I first went out there. Right, so that's page 2. Then we come on page 3. Same again. Crazy stuff. Egypt. Where the hell? Right, again. So this was my second application to Pakistan. Anyway, let me just keep going. That's page 5. Loads of stamps everywhere, as you can see. Keep going. Stamps again. Keep going. Stamps again. Keep going. This is, just more stamps. So this guy's looking through my passport, and you can see why this is not looking good, or why they're holding me up. Keep going. And then this comes to my China one, and we have 1 page left. And as we go to that page, there is a weird stamp there from a country which I can't even read what country that was from. And then this thing that they stuck in from Bangkok, which was for my immigration. And that was my immigration for, I don't know where that was for. Okay, that was okay. So that was my extension stay visa in Thailand. So as you can see, not the most glamorous looking passport, a bit battered. So he said to me, okay, come over to immigration. So I was like, okay, no problem. Very polite, very chill. I wasn't, the guys weren't rude. I wasn't rude. We went over, we walked over to immigration, and I'm just stood there chilling, chatting. And the guy come over to me again, saying, hey man, yeah, the whole you're in good shape kind of thing. Yeah, it's nice. It's a nice thing, to get at least not, they could speak to me in a rude manner, and they didn't. They were very, very polite. Right. So the guy's holding my passport. He's got the eye thing in, and he's looking at it, making sure if it's fake or not. And he's looking through all the stamps and passports. And look, the passport's battered, bro. Simple as. Anyway, so whose fault is it? Not my fault. It is what it is. They've dealt with my passport. I would never deal with my passport like that. They stamped my passport. They stuck all stuff on my passport. Took me about 20 minutes. After 20 minutes, they said to me, why are you in Hong Kong? What was you doing? What was you doing in Bangkok? Sorry. And I explained to the guy the situation. Look, I work online. This is my online page. This is what I do. I live in the UK. Do I sound like I have a British accent? He said, I don't know. I said, look, I live in the UK. This is the thing. What was you doing in Kuwait? I don't know why you asked me that. What was I doing in this country? I don't know why. Anyway, I went holiday. And that's the truth. That is the honest question. That is the honest truth. So they shook my hand gladly. Boom. See you later, mate. Have a nice time in China. So I'm in China now, Shenzhen. Crazy, crazy place. So the second you cross over the border, you get this interrogation thing that happened to me. And to be fair, they were stopping a lot of people. It wasn't just me. So don't go down that road of discrimination, because I was also with 2 of the guys who were of the same ethnic origin, or very similar anyway. One of them was Arab, and the other one was actually from Hong Kong. So we were all born in 3 different countries, but They never got stopped and I did. And other people were getting stopped, in case anyone thinks that Chinese are like that. They're not. They're actually very, very nice people, and I'll explain why. Now, I had this misconception in my mind that going to China is very dictatorship-esque. There's a lot of, stuff going on. Remember, around the time that everything was going on, I hope you guys know what I'm talking about, it was portrayed in a very negative light. Very negative light. When you see the media and you see the stories and you see the streets, they pick and choose scenes out of a movie. Literally, scenes from a movie. This is what's going on right now. This is what the people are doing. This is what the police are doing. This is the infrastructure. These are the cars they're using. This is what's going on. All this stuff. It is completely the opposite when I landed in China. Even when I was in Hong Kong, I was hearing bad stuff about China because the two places don't, technically the two countries. There's such a contrast between Hong Kong and China. Such a contrast, like it is not even comparable. And I know all the leftists out there will say, Hong Kong is so amazing. No, it's not. Okay, it is amazing. But I'm going to say this right now before I explain why. China's way better. Now, here's why. When I landed in China, first of all, it is a Dubai. It's exactly like Dubai. No joke, I'm not kidding you. It's exactly like Dubai. There's nothing different. Okay, there might be a few differences. But let me just say one thing. It's living in the future. It is the most technologically advanced country I've ever seen in my life. And not even Dubai comes close to this. Let me give you an example. First of all, I was in Shenzhen. Right now I'm in Guangzhou. I was in Shenzhen 2 days ago. And I kid you not, 50%, more than 50% of the cars there are electric. Now, I am not big on electric cars, but let me tell you something. In a country that's so crowded, in a city that's overflowing with people and apartments and high-rise buildings and skyscrapers, as a norm, you'd expect it to be congested, you'd expect it to be pollution, especially with the heat, 36, 37 degree heat. You'd expect there to be a lot of pollution because, look, I've lived in Bangkok. I'm going to go back to Bangkok very soon. I was in Hong Kong. I know what pollution and smog feels like. I've been to Lahore at its peak of its smog. Lived in, Islamabad's not too bad. Rawalpindi, if you haven't been there, you know what I'm talking about. There's dust in the air, right? Actual pollution. When you go to Shenzhen and you stand in the middle of the street, 6-lane roads on either side, not a highway, this isn't a highway, I'm talking a standard road, 6 lanes here, 6 lanes there, and this is where it trumps Dubai in the road system, everything has a pavement to walk. There's a pavement to walk. There are traffic lights to cross, like you have in New York. Dubai doesn't have that. I don't know why, it's just the way it is. It's not a very walking friendly kind of city. And there's a lot of pollution. And it's in the desert, so there's nothing they can do about it, is what it is. But Shenzhen, China, unbelievable. It's like living in the future. The malls, which I'm not a big shopping kind of guy, but they're out of this world. Everything is air conditioned up. Every franchise you can think of is there. Well, kind of just about, They have do they have Cheesecake Factory? No, I think Hong Kong has a Cheesecake Factory. But the point is, there's no shortage of food. Everywhere. Everything is available. Electric scooters. There's no motorized scooters there that require any petrol or diesel. Every single thing is electric almost. And I'm not big on it. Trust me, I'm not big on it. I would never have an electric car. Actually, I'd say never. Yeah, I'm never going to say never. But I don't like electric cars. But I don't agree with why they're trying to promote electric cars and how they're trying to promote electric cars, because we know where the batteries are mined. They're trying to say this is better because of this. It's not. Just say electric cars are better because it's less pollution. We know they are just as bad as normal cars. That's what we call them nowadays. Standard cars or old cars. They're just as bad in the sense where to the environment, but the environment that we don't see. Now, I'm not here saying electric's better than oil, oil's better than electric. I'm not here to have that argument. All I'm trying to say is, trust me, when you go to a crowded city and more than 50% of the cars are electric, you breathe a little bit better. everything's a little bit clearer. Everything's a little bit nicer. And another thing as well, which I noticed, I'm like a poster boy for China right now, aren't I? Another thing which I noticed was the cars. I don't even know the brands of the cars. Every taxi we got in was electric. Did not know, and even till today, like I'm in Guangzhou now, the brand of the taxi. I do not know any of the brands. 50% of the cars that drive past us, we look at it and think, that looks like a Tesla, it's not a Tesla. That looks like a Rolls Royce, it's not a Rolls Royce. That looks like an Aston Martin, it's not an Aston Martin. They have taken German engineering, or at least the bodywork of it, bettered it, made it electric, and manufactured it, and made it cheaper. It is absolutely insane what they've done over here. Absolutely insane. Like out of this world. Like unbelievable. Like I cannot. All I have to say is this. Don't listen to the media, don't watch the news, don't do anything like that. Get yourself to China. Experience it like I've experienced it myself. I had so many negative things about China. I didn't want to make this video. I almost had this thing right in my head that I was going to come to China and I was going to make this video about, yeah, China's this, China's that, it's so bad. You know, because not that I was like, gloating that China's so bad. I'm not bothered about that. I thought it'd be funny to see the things we see on the news. I thought I was going to see everybody wearing masks because when you go to other countries, all the Chinese are wearing masks. Nobody wears masks. Nobody's got biohazard suits on, and everyone I speak to about the whole thing that happened to us, they're like, yeah, we were dead against it. We didn't want it. It is what it is. And I'm like, are you happy living here? They're like, yeah, it's the greatest country ever. No one is holding a gun to their head. They enjoy living here. And let me just tell you the cons about it. Now, I am right now, crazy enough as it sounds, I do YouTube. I get paid on YouTube. A very small amount, but I get paid on YouTube. I work online, social media. That is my job. Technically, right now, I'm going all into it. That is what I do. This is the issue. Now, if I wasn't an online coach, kind of hard saying that. If I wasn't an online coach or a social media guy, I would enjoy the time away from my phone. I would enjoy the time away from not going on YouTube, not having to go on WhatsApp, not having to go on Instagram, not having to go on Threads and try and build my account, not having to do any of that. I would enjoy it 100%. I would be chilling saying, wow, this is so refreshing. We have WeChat, everyone else has WeChat, you chat on their business here and there, and that's it, it's done. That's all they do, the WeChat. Everything is payable by WeChat. This is another issue I'm going to get to in a minute. I'd be happy with it. But because I am so heavily invested on social media, and I am not complaining about it, trust me, because I enjoy doing it, just like I enjoy making these videos, just like I enjoy making reels and posting them and editing them, that's my new job, in a sense. You have to get a local SIM card, which is fine, no problem, you pay for it, you get it. Then you have to get a bank card, but it's hard to get a bank card because you're not staying in the country longer than 90 days. And without the bank card, you can't get WeChat Pay. Now, WeChat is a thing that's like WhatsApp. Everybody in China uses it. WhatsApp doesn't work. Instagram doesn't work. Facebook doesn't work. TikTok doesn't work. Snapchat doesn't work. Threads does not work. LinkedIn doesn't. Nothing works in China. Any American outside China made applications do not work. And here's the big one. Google does not work in China. What was the other thing that I was going to say that doesn't work in China that I use? YouTube. YouTube, where you guys are watching this, does not work in China. Vimeo, where I am uploading my videos for the dojo, which is supposed to be launching very, 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 very soon, does not work in China. So I can't get my work done. I can make content, I can make videos, but none of that works in China. So I met some dodgy guy in one of the shisha cafes last night. When I say last night I met him. When we landed here, I met him. It just seems like a very long day because I've got so much done. Landed last night in Guangzhou, met this guy. And he came over to me and said, do you need a SIM card? I said, no, I don't need a SIM card, but get me a VPN that's quick. And he says, well, get you a VPN, but I need to sign into your phone. I was like, okay, sign into my phone. He took my phone, he did some dodgy business. I was watching the guy, what he was doing. He signed into my Apple ID, and then he put some codes in. I made sure it wasn't no fraud. And my phone is now fast again. Not rapid, but it's fast enough. I can't still upload on YouTube. I can't still upload certain things, but at least I have WhatsApp now. So for any of the clients that have been waiting on my call for the past 4 days, my WhatsApping has been really slow, but I'm now back online. So everything will be back to normal. Business will resume. That's what I'm saying. So yeah, so China has its pros and cons. Oh yeah, did I mention the WeChat? You cannot pay for anything because everything's on WeChat. We had an agent with us the other day, and we said to him, very, very nice guy, very, very nice guy. And I said to him, bro, when was the last time you seen cash? He went, 4 years ago. You see people, and he said, do you use cash? No, I don't use cash. I went for a meal today with 2 lovely ladies, took me out for a meal today. If you watch my Snapchat, you'll know exactly what that was about. And they paid for the meal like that, on the phone, boom, done. So easy. Taxi, you get in a taxi, done. You want to buy something in a shop, done. Nobody uses cash. It is a cashless society. Now, again, there's pros and cons to that. I'm not going to get into it right now. I'm not going to get into it. Am I for cash? I'm always all for cash. Do I understand how cashless works? Yes, to a degree, but that's for some other day to discuss, not right now. The point on this video is I still won't be able to upload until I get back to Bangkok. I don't know whether I'm going to go back to Dubai. I don't know whether I'm going to fly to Dubai or to Bangkok, but one of the two, I will be out of here very, very soon. Not intentionally, I have to leave. I've got a couple of other stuff to do. I'm so busy right now, I have to leave China. But I'd love to stay here longer, in a sense, but I also need to build my business, and that's what I'm doing right now. So building my business, posting YouTube kind of coincides with my business. So yeah, I wish I could figure a way out how to do YouTube in China. I'm sure there is a way. I just don't have enough time to sit here and figure it out and pay somebody to get me a server set up, and not a server, some sort of like Wi-Fi signal set up in order for me to use my VPN on my laptop. I'm sure there's a way. Haven't got enough time to figure it out. But anyway, guys, I do apologize if this video is dragged on and this has been zero information about fitness. I just wanted to share my China experience with you guys so far. I like the place. I could definitely live here for a couple of months at a time. I probably will come back when things are settled here. I will bring my daughter over here. I will bring everyone over here, my friends, family, everyone to come and at least experience what China is like. And also the main thing that I'm here for is business. It is crazy for business. The hospitality is second to none. Like, I don't want to drag this video on any longer than it needs to be. It's already long enough. But meeting after meeting, they are pulling out the stops for you guys. So I'm going to say this one more time. If you want to do business, if you want to buy anything in the world, the quality of China has changed. It is not what it used to be 5 years ago, 6 years ago, 10 years ago, when people used to come and say, China, this is made in China. Forget about that. The kind of stuff that you guys are buying that was made in China was cheapy, shit, crappy, triple X shit. You know, nowadays, triple X, I meant triple Z shit. Nowadays, you can get triple A grade, 10 out of 10 quality products, if you know where you're looking. None of that Alibaba bullshit. Go to the factory, source the product, see what it is. Anything you guys need is in China. The whole world is supplied from China. Every single thing that I have seen comes from here. I kid you not. What you're watching this device on, the device you're watching this video on, where you're sat, where you're stood, the rug, the desk, the table, the bed, the chairs, the lights, the camera, the AC, the ceiling fan, the bottle of water, the kettle, every single thing you see around you, wherever you're sat watching this video, or if you're in your car, it is all coming from this place where I am right now, Guangzhou, China. And many other places around China. But this is actually a big hub for everything. It literally supplies the world. I have seen it with my own eyes. You have to come here to see it and believe it. I'm not a poster boy for China. I'm not getting paid to say this, and no one is holding a gun to my head other than the guy stood over there. But you get what I'm trying to say. It is an amazing place. Come here, experience it. And if you like this content, you probably did or you didn't, but I had to say it. China's amazing. Comment down below if you've been to China and your experiences of China. And as always, please subscribe.